You hurt human children. Say goodbye to your entire species." Sam Brooks wiped sweat from his forehead as he finished checking the last generator in the colony's power station. The frontier planet, called Arden, was small and quiet, with only a few thousand people scattered in tiny settlements. Most of the humans here lived simple lives, growing food in greenhouses or maintaining machinery for the colony. Sam had worked on Arden for years, repairing machines and keeping life running smoothly. He liked the quiet of the planet, the way the wind blew through the metal rooftops, and the way the sky glowed a soft orange at sunset. He was just about to walk home when the first alarm sounded. They were different from the usual maintenance alerts, loud, sharp sirens that echoed through the small city. Sam's stomach tightened. He knew the sound, danger. He ran toward the main square, where the children of the colony often played after school. When he arrived, Sam froze. Alien ships had appeared above the settlement, hovering silently but with a heavy presence that made the air feel thick. Their design was strange, with sharp edges and dark hulls that reflected the sunlight like black glass. Beams of energy shot from them, burning through the metal walls of buildings. People were screaming, running in every direction. Lily Adams, the colony's teacher, stood in the middle of the square, holding the smallest children in her arms. Her hair was messy, and her clothes were torn, but she did not run. She yelled at the older children, telling them to follow her to the underground shelters. Sam ran to her side. "They're here for the children," she shouted, panic in her voice. "We have to hide them." Sam grabbed the hand of a little boy who was crying, trying to drag him toward the shelter. The aliens were moving fast, stepping out of their ships in suits of black metal. Their eyes glowed faintly, and their voices were strange, almost musical, but filled with harsh tones that humans instinctively understood as threats. Sam and Lily managed to get 10 children into the shelter. It was cramped and smelled of damp concrete, but it was safe for now. Outside, Sam could hear the screams of those who had not made it. Houses were burning. Machines exploded. The alien soldiers moved with precision, taking anyone in their way. "Why are they doing this?" Sam whispered to Lily, his voice shaking. "They think we are weak," Lily said bitterly. "They think because we live quietly and do not fight back, we are easy prey. But they do not know humanity." The children in the shelter clung to Lily and Sam, eyes wide with fear. One small girl, no older than 5, held a stuffed toy tightly, refusing to speak. Another boy trembled so much that Sam had to pick him up. Sam felt anger growing inside him, a hot, dangerous anger he had never felt before. He wanted to run outside, to fight them with his bare hands if he had to, but he knew that would get him killed. Lily knelt next to the children, brushing dirt from their faces and whispering calming words. Her courage was like a shield, holding the children together even when the world around them was falling apart. Sam checked his communicator. No response. The colony was cut off. The aliens had jammed all signals. He felt a pang of hopelessness, but he refused to give in. They had children to protect, and he would not let fear rule him. Hours passed, though it felt like minutes. Outside, Sam could hear the aliens moving through the settlement. They were searching for the children who had escaped into hidden corners, dragging them away one by one. Sam's mind raced. He had to come up with a plan. "We can't just stay here," Sam said quietly to Lily. "They'll find us eventually. We need to get the children out." Lily nodded. "There's an old transport tunnel under the school. It leads out to the forest. It's not much, but it might be our only chance." Sam led the way. The tunnel was dark and damp, and the air smelled of earth and rust. The children huddled close, whispering questions and crying softly. Sam held his hand over the little boy's mouth when a distant shout echoed above. He didn't want the aliens to hear them. They moved slowly, carefully, the children following Lily's calm instructions. Sam kept glancing back, expecting to see alien soldiers at the entrance. Every shadow seemed to move, every sound made him flinch. Finally, they reached the exit, a small hatch that led into the dense forest surrounding the settlement. Sam opened it and let the children slip out one by one. The forest was dark, but the thick trees provided cover. The aliens could not see them from above. They had almost made it when a loud crash echoed behind them. Sam turned to see one of the aliens entering the forest, scanning the area. Its suit glowed faintly in the moonlight. Sam grabbed a fallen branch and stepped in front of the children, ready to fight, though he knew it would likely be useless. The alien paused, its head tilting as if studying him. Then it stepped forward. Sam's heart pounded. He thought of the children, of Lily's calm face, and of the anger building inside him. He felt a strange strength, a courage that was deeper than fear. Before he could move, the alien made a strange sound, almost like laughter. Then it raised a device in its hand. Sam froze, but Lily grabbed the children and pulled them further into the trees. The alien aimed, then paused. For some reason, it did not fire. The sound of ships above grew louder. More aliens had arrived. The forest shook under the energy blasts that were now targeting other parts of the colony. Sam realized they had no time. He grabbed Lily's hand, and together they ran deeper into the forest, carrying the children as best they could. After what felt like hours, they found a small clearing by a stream. They rested, letting the children drink water and catch their breath. Sam looked at the sky. The alien ships were still there, hovering, burning parts of the colony. Homes, schools, factories, all gone. "We can't stop them alone," Sam said softly, his voice broken. "We're too few. We can't fight them." Lily shook her head. "We don't have to fight them yet. We have to survive. We have to make sure the children live. That is our fight, and it is just as important." Sam nodded. He felt the truth in her words. Survival was the first step. The humans of Arden were quiet, ordinary people, but they were clever and determined. They could hide, move, and think faster than the aliens expected. He knew that if they could survive the night, there would be a chance to fight back. As the sun rose, Sam and Lily led the children further into the forest. They found caves and natural shelters, moving carefully to avoid alien patrols. Sam taught the older children to stay silent, to watch and listen, and to trust their instincts. Lily continued to calm the younger ones, telling stories and reminding them that they were brave. By midday, they had found a hidden valley that seemed untouched by the alien invasion. It was safe for now. Sam and Lily allowed the children to rest, but they did not let their guard down. Sam made small traps and alarms around the camp, anything that could warn them if aliens approached. That night, as they huddled around a small fire, Sam thought about the colony and the families they had lost. He thought about the aliens, their strange faces and cold voices. He felt anger, deep and burning, but also a strange resolve. "If they think they can hurt our children and get away with it," Sam whispered to Lily, "they don't understand humans at all." Lily looked at him, her face calm but serious. "No, they don't, and they will learn. One way or another, they will learn." The children slept fitfully, some dreaming of their homes, others of the monsters in the sky. Sam and Lily took turns keeping watch, eyes scanning the darkness for movement. Every sound made them jump, every shadow seemed alive. But through it all, they remained together. In the quiet moments, Sam thought of Earth, of the humans who lived far away, who might one day hear of this attack. He hoped they would come, but even if they did not, he knew one thing. He would not let these aliens hurt the children of Arden again. By the end of the first day, the small group had survived, hidden, and found a fragile sense of safety in the forest. But Sam knew that this was only the beginning. The aliens had come with power, and they had come with cruelty. The humans would need more than hiding to survive. They would need courage, cleverness, and the kind of determination that only humans possessed. And Sam Brooks, once a quiet engineer, felt that determination stirring inside him. He was ready to protect the children, no matter the cost. He did not know how or when or if help would come, but he knew one thing clearly: the aliens had crossed a line. Hurting human children was a mistake they would live to regret. The news of the attack on Arden did not stay hidden for long. Despite the alien efforts to jam communications, a small signal had slipped through, reaching the outer colonies and eventually Earth. It was a grainy video showing the ships, the children, and the fire-consuming homes. People across human space watched in silence, hearts heavy with shock and anger. On Earth, the Council met immediately. Claire Benton, a human fleet commander, stood at the front of the chamber, her uniform neat, her expression cold and serious. Around her sat scientists, politicians, and security officers, all trying to understand the situation. "This is not just another colony dispute," Claire said firmly. "They targeted children. That is a line we do not allow to be crossed. If we wait, more colonies will suffer the same fate. Humanity cannot ignore this." A man named Noah Price, a fleet analyst, brought up data on the alien species. He spoke quietly but with sharp clarity. "They are not weak. Their technology is advanced and they coordinate well, but they have underestimated us. They think we value peace over action, that we will not respond because they are stronger. That is wrong." A woman named Mia Lopez, a diplomat, leaned forward. "We must consider negotiation. Perhaps there is a way to stop them without war. We do not want unnecessary casualties." Claire shook her head. "Negotiation is over. They have shown their true nature. If they touch a human child again, there will be consequences they cannot survive. We are sending a fleet, not to conquer, not to enslave, but to protect every child in human space." This is the message they will remember. The council members exchanged worried glances. Some feared that a direct military response might escalate into a full-scale war, but Claire's words left no room for doubt. Humanity would not allow its children to be harmed. Not ever. Meanwhile, on Arden, Sam Brooks and Lily Adams had spent another night in the Hidden Valley. The children had begun to adapt, learning how to move quietly and watch for danger. They were scared, of course, but Sam and Lily encouraged them, teaching small skills that might save their lives. "You all are brave," Lily told them one morning. "The aliens may be big and strong, but you have something they do not: courage and cleverness. We will protect you." "Always." One of the older children, a boy named Daniel, asked, "Will humans come to save us?" Sam hesitated. He wanted to believe it, but he had no proof. "I think they will," he said finally. "But even if they don't, we must survive ourselves. We are humans. We are strong and we do not give up." The forest offered some safety, but it was not perfect. Alien patrols moved through the area daily, scanning for signs of life. Sam and Lily used every trick they knew to avoid detection, from covering footprints to hiding in thick bushes. They found small streams to drink from and used caves for shelter. The children slowly learned to move silently, to listen to the sounds of the forest, and to trust Sam and Lily completely. Back on Earth, Claire Benton oversaw the preparation of the fleet. Ships of all sizes were mobilized, from small fast cruisers to massive warships capable of holding thousands of troops. The fleet was not meant to destroy entire planets. Claire refused to allow that, but to show strength and protect the vulnerable. "We move fast, precise, and controlled," she told her officers. "No civilians harmed, no unnecessary attacks. We strike only at military targets and command centers. We will show them that humanity defends its own and that the lives of children are sacred. Any attempt to harm them again will fail." Noah Price checked the coordinates for the alien colonies. "Their forces are spread across multiple planets. They rely on fear to control their population. If we act carefully, we can save the colonies and make them rethink their approach to humanity." On Arden, the small group in the forest did not know the fleet was coming. They only knew that the aliens were still hunting. One day, as they moved through a dense part of the forest, a patrol discovered them. Sam saw the glowing eyes of an alien scanning the trees. He froze. "Quiet," he whispered to the children. Lily pushed them into a hollow log, holding them as still as possible. The alien walked close, its mechanical suit moving with strange precision. Its gaze swept past the log. Sam held his breath, praying it would not look inside. Finally, it moved on and the group exhaled silently. Sam felt a mixture of fear and relief. "We have to move faster," he told Lily. "They are getting closer every day." Lily nodded. "We need a plan, not just to hide but to survive and maybe fight back if we must." Over the next few days, Sam and Lily began to teach the children simple survival skills. They learned how to make small traps to warn of approaching aliens, how to move silently, and how to identify edible plants. The older children helped the younger ones, and slowly, the forest became their fortress. One evening, as they rested by the stream, Sam looked at the children. "Do you know why we are still alive?" he asked. "Because we did not panic, because we think, because we work together. That is what makes us human. That is what makes us strong." The children nodded, understanding more than Sam expected. Even in fear, they could feel pride in their ability to survive. Meanwhile, in orbit above Arden, small human observation drones appeared silently, scanning the alien forces. The aliens noticed, but they could not identify the source. The drones transmitted images back to Earth, and Claire Benton watched the screens carefully. "They are strong but disorganized," Noah Price noted. "They expect humans to run, not to fight. That will be their mistake." Claire nodded. "Prepare the first strike units. We do not destroy what we do not need to destroy, but we will hit their command and supply lines. Every child we save is worth it. Humanity will not forgive them for what they did." Back on Arden, Sam and Lily had discovered an abandoned factory on the edge of the forest. It was large and empty, with thick walls that could protect them from small attacks. They led the children inside and set up a temporary camp. It was safer than the forest, and they could watch the skies from windows without being seen. Daniel, the older boy, looked at Sam. "Do you think humans will really come?" Sam smiled, trying to hide his worry. "Yes, they are coming. And when they do, the aliens will understand one thing. Human children are never alone. They are always protected, always." As the days passed, the aliens became more aggressive. They sent patrols in larger groups, using more advanced scanning devices. The humans in hiding had to be clever, moving at night, hiding during the day, and always watching for threats. Every close call taught them more about the aliens' patterns. Then, one day, the first human ships appeared in orbit. They were small, fast, and heavily armed, but they did not attack immediately. They moved with precision, scanning the alien fleet and sending signals to each other. Sam and Lily could see them through a small telescope they had found in the factory. "They came," Lily whispered, tears in her eyes. "They really came," Sam nodded. "And when they do, the aliens will see that humanity does not forget its children. Not ever." The human fleet began to make coordinated attacks on alien outposts, targeting only military structures. The aliens were confused at first, trying to defend without harming civilians. But the humans were too clever, too precise, and too fast. Each strike weakened the aliens' control over the colony. Sam and Lily watched the sky as the humans fought, feeling hope for the first time since the attack began. The children, too, sensed the change. Even the youngest stopped crying, staring at the ships with awe and wonder. Claire Benton's voice came through secure channels to the fleet. "Remember, protect the innocent. Hit only what is necessary. Show them that humanity defends its own. Show them that hurting a child comes with consequences." As the battle continued, the aliens began to retreat. Their ships fell back and their patrols withdrew. The children on Arden had survived, hidden and protected, and now they could see the first signs of rescue. Sam and Lily hugged each other, relief washing over them. "We made it this far," Sam said. "Now we wait for the next step. Humanity will finish what we started." Lily nodded. "Yes, and they will learn that human children are never alone. Never. No one will hurt them without paying a terrible price. In the distance, the human fleet moved like a shadow of justice across the alien ships, precise and unstoppable. The aliens had learned too late that humans were not weak, that they did not forgive, and that harming children would awaken a power stronger than any weapon. And in the hidden factory, Sam and Lily looked at the children, who were beginning to smile despite everything they had lost. The humans had come, and the fight to protect the innocent had only just begun. The alien forces on Arden were in chaos. The human fleet had appeared suddenly, striking with precision and speed that the aliens could not predict. Their patrols were cut off, supply lines destroyed, and their command centers crippled. For the first time, they realized they were facing a species that did not fear them, a species that fought for something more than power. They fought for children. On the ground, Sam Brooks and Lily Adams watched the skies carefully from the old factory. The children were hidden in the lower floors, too young to fully understand the battle, but old enough to sense the danger and the hope that had returned with the humans. Sam had never seen the aliens move so fast and confidently before. The humans were like shadows, striking and disappearing, leaving the alien soldiers confused and afraid. "They're good," Lily whispered. "Better than I imagined," Sam nodded. "They are humans, and they're not just fighting for us. They're fighting for every child in this colony. Every child in human space. That's why they are unstoppable." The first wave of human ships moved closer, hovering just above the alien fleet. Claire Benton's voice came through the secure comm link to the fleet leaders. "Strike with precision. Disable their weapons. Do not harm civilians. Show them that humanity protects its own. If they attack children, they will lose everything." Noah Price, watching the alien fleet's movements from Earth, nodded. "They underestimated us. They thought humanity would wait, that we would negotiate. But we do not negotiate when children are in danger. We act." On Arden, one of the alien soldiers finally realized that the humans were targeting their military installations. It roared a strange warning, calling others to defend, but it was too late. Small human ships moved like swarms of lightning, hitting alien turrets, destroying control systems and disabling energy shields. The aliens tried to regroup, but their orders were chaotic. Sam and Lily took the children to the higher floors of the factory, where the windows allowed them to see the fleet at work. The older children gasped as they watched the humans move through the skies with calculated strikes, every attack precise and controlled. Even from inside the factory, the human fleet looked terrifyingly efficient. "Do you think they can win?" Daniel asked, his voice trembling. "Yes," Sam said firmly. "They will. Humans always find a way. They fight not for glory, not for power, but for what is right. That is why they are stronger than any weapon." The aliens were now desperate. They sent squads of soldiers into the forest, hoping to find the hidden children and the humans protecting them. Sam and Lily had prepared for this. They had traps set around the forest, alarms that would warn them of approaching enemies, and safe paths for quick escape. The first alien patrol entered the clearing near the factory. A small sensor alarm went off, a soft beep that only Sam could hear. He looked at Lily. "They're here, get the children ready." Lily nodded. She led the children into hidden spaces, whispering instructions. "Stay quiet, stay calm, remember what we practiced. You are brave, you are human, they cannot touch you." The alien patrol moved closer. Its glowing eyes scanned the area. It did not see the children. It did not see Sam or Lily. It moved on, unaware that it had walked past traps that could have disabled it in seconds. Sam let out a slow breath. "We have to keep moving," he said. "The humans are here to fight, but we can't rely on them for everything. We need to survive until they finish the battle." That night, the human fleet launched a coordinated strike on the main alien command hub on Arden. Massive beams of energy disabled the hub's power systems. Alien ships that had been patrolling above crashed into the terrain or were forced to retreat. The aliens were stunned. They had never faced such a precise, careful, and relentless enemy. On the ground, Sam and Lily saw the results. Smoke rose from alien installations and the patrols above the forest thinned. The children cheered quietly, unable to contain their excitement. For the first time in days, they felt safe. But Sam knew this was only the beginning. The aliens were clever and had resources on other planets. They would regroup, and they would try again. The humans had to be faster, smarter, and more ruthless in their precision if the children were to survive. The next morning, the aliens sent larger groups into the forest, determined to find any survivors. Sam led the children through a hidden path that Lily had discovered days before. It wound through thick trees and rocky hills, places where the aliens could not see or reach easily. They stopped in a hidden valley, a natural fortress surrounded by cliffs and dense foliage. Sam and Lily set up small alarms and lookouts. The children were taught to hide silently if anyone approached, and the older ones took turns keeping watch. From above, human drones monitored the alien movements. They sent real-time updates to Earth, where Claire Benton and her officers studied the patterns. Every alien step was tracked. Every plan was predicted. The humans moved carefully, never wasting resources but striking with deadly precision whenever it mattered. Noah Price spoke to Claire. "They're trying to scare us to push us back, but they don't understand humans. They do not understand that we fight for more than survival. We fight for justice. We fight for children. That gives us strength they cannot imagine." Claire nodded. "Prepare the next strike units. Disable their fleet completely. Do not harm civilians. Show them that humans are the defenders of the weak." That lesson will be remembered forever. On Arden, the children were growing more confident. They learned to move quietly through the forest, to avoid patrols, and to find food and water. Sam and Lily continued to teach them about courage and cleverness. They explained that humans had allies in space, that help was coming, and that no one could harm children without facing the full force of humanity. One day, a group of aliens moved too close to the hidden valley. Sam and Lily had anticipated this. They set up a small trap that caused a loud noise, drawing the aliens into a false path away from the children. The aliens fell for it, wasting time and energy while the children remained safe. Daniel whispered to Sam, "Humans are amazing. They are saving us." Sam smiled. "Yes. And you are part of this too. You are learning to survive, to think, to be brave. That is how humans win, not just with ships and weapons, but with courage and cleverness." The aliens were now in full retreat. Their ships were scattered, their soldiers confused, and their command systems failing. The humans had shown that they were not to be underestimated. Every strike was precise, every move calculated, and every child protected. Claire Benton's fleet moved to secure the colony. Human ships hovered above the settlements, scanning for any remaining threats. Drones and observation units found the aliens' hidden resources, which were quickly neutralized. The aliens realized they could not fight humans directly when children were involved. Sam and Lily led the children back to the factory, where they could see the full impact of the human fleet's actions. Smoke rose from the alien installations, and the patrols had almost disappeared. The humans were careful, but their presence was overwhelming. Mia Lopez, the diplomat, sent a message to the Alien Council. "Humanity protects its own. If you harm a child again, you will face the full force of our fleets. We do not negotiate over the lives of children. This is your warning." The aliens, frightened and humiliated, had no choice but to retreat completely. Their soldiers abandoned the colony, leaving behind the weapons, the ships, and the installations they had fought so hard to protect. For the first time, they understood that humans were not just fighters, they were protectors. Sam and Lily hugged the children, tears in their eyes. "We made it," Sam said softly. "We survived." And the humans have shown the aliens that they cannot hurt children without paying a terrible price. Lily nodded. "Yes, And they will remember this. Every child, every life is protected by humanity. That is what makes us strong. The children smiled, for the first time feeling safe and proud. They had survived, learned courage, and seen humanity at its finest. They understood that humans did not give up, that they fought for what was right, and that the lives of children were sacred. From the forest, Sam looked at the skies, where the human fleet hovered, silent and powerful. He felt hope, but also a new understanding. This was not just about surviving one attack. This was about teaching every species in the galaxy a lesson. Humans protect their own, and anyone who harms children will face consequences beyond imagination. That night, the children slept peacefully. Sam and Lily watched over them, their hearts full of relief. The humans had come, and the aliens had learned a lesson they would never forget. And for the first time, Sam felt a deep pride in being human. He knew that humanity was strong, not just in ships and weapons, but in courage, intelligence, and the protection of the innocent. The aliens had underestimated humans. They had thought fear and technology were enough. But they had forgotten one thing: humans fight for what is right, and they do not forgive when the innocent are hurt. Sam whispered to Lily, "They will never hurt children again." "Not while humans are here," Lily smiled. "And they will remember that, always." Outside, the forest was quiet. The colony was safe, and the human fleet stood ready to protect. The aliens had been defeated not by hatred or greed, but by courage, precision, and the unshakable human promise. No one hurts our children. The alien forces had never felt fear like this before. Their soldiers, trained for years to dominate and control, were now confused and terrified. The humans moved too fast, too carefully, and their power was unlike anything the aliens had imagined. Every move the humans made was precise, protecting the innocent while dismantling the alien military. Sam Brooks and Lily Adams led the children out of the forest into the remains of the colony. The buildings were burned, but there were still places to shelter. The children held on to each other, eyes wide as they saw the humans moving through the streets, securing the area. They were not here to punish civilians, only to protect and stop the alien threat. Claire Benton's fleet hovered above, coordinating strikes against remaining alien installations. Human ships moved with silent efficiency, disabling weapons, cutting off supply lines, and capturing alien soldiers without harming anyone who was not a fighter. It was a careful, surgical campaign, but one that left the aliens shaken and powerless. Sam could see the aliens trying to regroup. Small groups of soldiers moved in panic, unsure of what to do. One alien officer barked orders, but the soldiers ignored him, fleeing in confusion. Sam turned to Lily. "They don't know how to fight humans," he said. "They think weapons and numbers are enough, but they don't understand that humans fight for more than themselves. They fight for what is right." Lily nodded. "And that makes them unstoppable." On Earth, Claire Benton coordinated the final stages of the operation. Every strike was planned carefully. Human engineers had hacked into alien communication networks, turning their own systems against them. Alien warships were grounded, supply depots destroyed, and command centers isolated. It was a total collapse of the alien military, but with no unnecessary loss of life. Noah Price observed the battle from the control room. "They're panicking," he said. "They don't know how to respond. The humans are methodical. They protect the innocent while dismantling the threat. That is what makes humanity the strongest force in the galaxy." In the streets of Arden, human soldiers moved quickly, securing the remaining alien patrols. They rounded up soldiers, disarmed them, and held them under guard. The aliens looked at the humans with fear, realizing that their attacks had backfired completely. Sam and Lily watched from the top of a half-burned building. Daniel, the older boy, clutched Sam's hand. "Are they gone?" he asked quietly. Sam smiled. "Almost. The humans are finishing the job. The aliens are learning that they can't harm children without paying a terrible price. That lesson will stay with them forever. In the skies, human drones flew over the remaining alien ships, disabling engines and weapons. Any alien attempt to regroup was met with precision strikes. The aliens tried to fight back, but they could not match the humans' strategy, speed, or control. Every move the humans made was calculated to protect the innocent while dismantling the attackers completely. One alien commander finally understood the truth. He signaled a retreat, but it was too late. The human fleet had already blocked the main escape routes. Alien ships crashed into mountains or were captured by human boarding teams. The aliens had no choice but to surrender, and their forces were scattered and broken. On the ground, Sam and Lily helped the children move through the streets, showing them that the humans were here to protect, not to punish. The children were amazed at the human soldiers' calm and careful approach. They had expected chaos or violence, but the humans moved with discipline and care, always keeping the innocent safe. Claire Benton contacted Sam through a secure channel. "You've done well. Keep the children safe. We are securing the last alien positions." "The colony will be completely safe soon," Sam nodded. "Thank you. We couldn't have survived without you." Lily added, "The children are safe because of humans like you. They will remember this, and so will every alien who tried to harm them." As the human fleet completed the final operations, the aliens began to surrender fully. Soldiers laid down their weapons, commanders signed documents of surrender, and their ships were disabled. Humanity had shown that they could strike hard, strike smart, and always protect the innocent. In the forest, Daniel whispered to the other children, "Humans are amazing. They saved us." "Yes," Sam said, "and that is what makes us human. We fight for what is right. We protect the weak. That is why the aliens lost. They forgot that humans do not abandon children. They never have and they never will." The aliens were led away under guard, their faces showing fear and disbelief. They had never faced a species that could strike with such precision while showing mercy. They had underestimated humanity, and now they were paying the price. On Earth, the Council issued a statement to the galaxy. Mia Lopez spoke carefully. "Humanity has acted to protect its own. Any species that harms human children will face consequences. We do not negotiate over the safety of the innocent. This is a rule that will be remembered. We do not seek war, but we will act decisively to protect what is sacred." Sam and Lily gathered the children in the cleared factory. They were tired, but they were safe. They had survived the attack, hidden from danger, and now watched as humanity dismantled the alien military completely. One of the youngest children, a little girl with brown hair, looked at Sam and said, "Will they come back?" Sam smiled gently. "No, humans will always be here to protect you. That is a promise. The aliens have learned their lesson. Hurting human children is a mistake they will never make again." Lily added, "And even if they try, humanity will be ready. We protect our own, always." The sun rose over Arden, and for the first time in many days, the colony felt safe. Smoke rose from burned buildings, but the streets were calm. Human ships patrolled above, ensuring no hidden threats remained. The aliens had been defeated, and the humans had shown the galaxy a simple truth. No one hurts human children without facing the full force of humanity. Sam looked at the children, who were beginning to smile and laugh again. They had survived fear, pain, and loss, and now they could see hope. He thought of the human fleet, of Claire Benton, and of every soldier, diplomat, and strategist who had acted to protect the innocent. "They did not fight for glory," Sam said softly. "They fought for what is right. That is why they won." Lily nodded. "And that is why the aliens lost. They forgot what it means to be human. They forgot that humans fight for others, not just themselves." The remaining alien soldiers were gathered in a safe location, far from the colony. They would be returned to their homeworld under supervision, stripped of their ability to attack. They would learn, slowly and painfully, that harming children was unforgivable. On Arden, the children were reunited with families who had survived, and the colony began the slow process of rebuilding. Sam and Lily continued to teach the children, telling them stories of bravery and survival. They explained how humans had come to protect them and how their courage had helped the humans act effectively. Daniel looked at Sam. "Will humans come if we are ever in danger again?" Sam nodded. "Yes, humans do not abandon their own. They protect children no matter where they are. That is what makes us strong. That is what makes us human." Claire Benton and her fleet remained above Arden for a few more days, ensuring the colony was fully secure. Any remaining alien threats were neutralized, and the humans made it clear that the colony was now safe. They did not stay to conquer, to claim, or to punish. Their mission was complete: protect the children, restore safety, and teach a lesson that would never be forgotten. Sam and Lily watched the fleet depart, feeling gratitude and pride. The children had survived, and humanity had shown its true strength. They had proven that humans fight for what is right, protect the innocent, and never forgive those who harm children. In the weeks that followed, news of the humans' actions spread across the galaxy. Other colonies sent messages of thanks, and even species that had never met humans before understood a simple truth: harming human children carried a price too high to pay. Sam looked at Lily as the children played in the clearing near the factory. "They will never forget this," he said. "No," Lily agreed. "And neither will we. Humanity has shown what it truly means to be human. We fight for what is right, and we protect those who cannot protect themselves." The aliens had learned their lesson. They would rebuild, yes, but they would do so with caution. They would think twice before harming human children again. And the humans, quiet and resolute, had sent a message that would echo for generations. Humanity does not forgive cruelty against the innocent. Sam smiled as the children laughed around him. He knew the future would be brighter, safer, and full of hope. Humanity had acted decisively, with courage and wisdom, and had shown the galaxy that children were never alone when humans were near. And somewhere far above, the human fleet moved silently through the stars, ready to protect wherever they were needed, carrying a message that could not be ignored. Hurt human children and humanity will answer. The alien fleet had been shattered. Their soldiers were captured or had fled to distant, uninhabited worlds. Their command centers were disabled, their weapons destroyed, and their systems under human control. For the first time, they understood that they had been beaten not by raw power alone, but by something far stronger: humanity's determination to protect its children. Sam Brooks and Lily Adams led the children back to the heart of the colony. It had been devastated, but the humans were already helping. Engineers and medical teams worked alongside soldiers to rebuild structures, treat injuries, and restore the basic needs of the people. The children were amazed at how quickly humans could organize, fix, and protect everything. Daniel, the older boy, looked at Sam. "They are amazing. They fight, but they also help. They care about everyone," Sam smiled. "That is what humans do. We fight when we must, but we never forget why we fight. We fight to protect the weak, to defend the innocent, and to stop those who would do harm." Lily knelt down next to the youngest children, brushing dirt from their hair. "We are safe now," she said. "The humans made sure of it, and the aliens know they cannot harm us again. That is the most important thing." Meanwhile, high above Arden, Claire Benton coordinated the final operations. Small patrols continued to sweep the planet, ensuring no alien remnants remained. Communications networks that had been blocked were reopened, and signals were sent across human space, warning every species that harming children would meet the full force of humanity. Noah Price, monitoring the situation, smiled quietly. "They have learned the lesson. It is clear now. Humanity is not just strong in weapons. We are strong in courage, in protection, and in justice. That is why the aliens lost." In the colony, the people were beginning to rebuild. Families reunited with their children, and the fear that had gripped them for so long slowly lifted. Sam and Lily helped guide the children, teaching them how to stay safe and how to understand what had happened. They spoke not only of survival but of humanity, the courage, cleverness, and determination that had saved them. One day, a small group of aliens appeared under guard, escorted by human soldiers. Their leaders had agreed to surrender fully and had sent messages promising not to harm human children again. They looked frightened and ashamed, unable to hide the fear that had taken root after facing humans in battle. Claire Benton addressed the alien leaders through a secure channel. This is the final warning. Human children are not to be harmed under any circumstances. If this rule is broken again, your species will face consequences that cannot be undone. Humanity does not negotiate when it comes to the safety of children. Remember this. The alien leaders nodded, their expressions filled with disbelief and fear. They had underestimated humanity, and now they understood the cost of that mistake. Back on the ground, Sam spoke to the children. Do you see what happened? The aliens tried to hurt you, but they learned the hard way that humans will not allow it. That is the strength of humanity. We protect our own. We fight for what is right. Daniel looked thoughtful. So humans are like heroes, Sam shook his head. No, we are not heroes, we are humans, that is enough. We act because it is right, not for glory. That is what makes us strong. Lily added, and that is why the aliens lost. They did not understand humans. They forgot that we fight not just for ourselves, but for those who cannot defend themselves. That is the real power of humanity. The children smiled, feeling proud and safe. For the first time, they truly understood that they were protected, not by chance, but by the courage and determination of a species that valued the innocent above all else. On Earth, the Council sent a message to the entire galaxy, making the consequences clear. Mia Lopez spoke carefully, but with authority. Humanity has acted decisively to protect its children. Any species that harms a human child will face consequences they cannot survive. We do not seek war, but we will defend what is sacred. Let this be a lesson remembered by all. The message spread quickly. Across distant planets, the alien leaders who had not been present at Arden listened with fear and respect. Stories of humanity's actions became warnings, shared in whispers and official channels alike. The lesson was simple and undeniable. Harm a human child, and humanity will answer with full force. In the colony, Sam and Lily helped the children return to school. The learning dome, though damaged, was being rebuilt by human engineers. Children laughed and played in the courtyards once more, their fear replaced by curiosity and joy. They understood that their survival had not been luck, but the result of human courage and cleverness. Daniel looked at Sam and Lily. Will they ever come back? Sam shook his head. No, the humans taught the aliens a lesson. They won't try again, but if they did, we would be ready. And humanity would protect us again. That is the promise, Lily smiled. And we will always remember what happened here. Not because we were afraid, but because we learned how strong humans can be. We learned how to survive, how to protect each other, and how to be brave. As the weeks passed, the colony slowly recovered. Homes were rebuilt, gardens replanted, and life began again. Sam and Lily continued to teach, telling stories of courage, survival, and humanity's response. They reminded the children that bravery was not just about fighting, but about protecting others, thinking clearly, and never giving up. High above, the human fleet continued to patrol, making sure no alien forces attempted a return. Ships moved silently through the stars, a shadow of protection that stretched across human space. The aliens understood the message clearly. Humans did not forgive cruelty against the innocent. Sam watched the children play in the sunlight, their laughter filling the air. He felt pride, relief, and hope. Humanity had proven itself, not through greed or conquest, but through courage, cleverness, and the determination to protect what was right. Lily stood next to him, watching the children as well. "Do you see?" she asked. "This is why humans are respected across the galaxy. We fight for justice, we protect the weak, and we never forget the innocent. That is our strength." Sam nodded. "Yes, and the aliens learned that the hard way. They will not forget it, and neither will anyone else." The aliens who remained were sent home under strict supervision. Their leaders were forced to report the lesson learned. Harming human children was unacceptable, and any attempt would be met with total defeat. Slowly, across the galaxy, the message spread. Humanity's reputation as a protector of the innocent became legendary. In the colony, life returned to normal, though the memory of the attack remained. Sam and Lily told the children that it was okay to remember, to feel fear, and to understand what happened. But they also told them that they had survived, that humanity had come, and that they were safe because humans valued what was right. Daniel, now more confident and brave, said to Sam, "I understand now. Humans fight not for power but for others. That is why they are so strong." Sam smiled. "Exactly, and that is why no one will hurt you again. Humanity does not allow it. That is the law we live by, even if the galaxy does not write it down." As the sun set over Arden, Sam and Lily watched the children play in the rebuilt courtyard. The sky glowed orange and pink, peaceful and calm for the first time in weeks. Humanity had acted decisively, saved lives, and taught a lesson that would echo for generations. Claire Benton's fleet departed from orbit, leaving Arden in safe hands. The humans had completed their mission: protect the children, dismantle the threat, and make the consequences clear. The aliens would think twice before harming humans again. Sam looked at Lily. "We were lucky," he said, "but it wasn't just luck. Humans came, fought, and protected. That is what saved the children." Lily nodded. "Yes, and it will always be remembered, not just by the aliens, but by every child, every human, and every colony. Humanity protects its own, and that is the true power of being human." The children laughed, chasing each other across the courtyard, their voices full of joy and hope. Sam and Lily watched them, feeling the weight of what had happened but also the strength of what they had survived. In the galaxy, the lesson was clear. Humans were not a species to be underestimated. They protected their own. They fought for what was right. And anyone who harmed a child would face consequences they could not survive. Sam whispered to Lily as they watched the children play, "We did it. The children are safe." Humanity showed the galaxy what it truly means to be strong. Lily smiled. "Yes, and the message is clear: hurt human children and humanity will answer, always." The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the colony. The aliens had been defeated, the children protected, and humanity's promise had been fulfilled. Across the stars, the galaxy had learned a simple and undeniable truth: humanity does not forgive cruelty against the innocent. Humanity protects its children. And anyone who dares to harm them will face the full strength of a species that fights not for power, but for what is right. And with that, life on Arden returned to a fragile but growing peace, with the laughter of children as proof that humanity's courage and determination had triumphed.